strangers. Believe me when I say, loving me is loving danger. Your heart is bound to break.
Hey guys, welcome back to Elvis Car Reviews. I hope that every single one of you is having a beautiful day. In today's video, we are going to talk about 5 things you need to know before buying an Ecoboost Mustang. So I know this might sound surprising to a lot of you guys, but let me make this clear. This is not a V8, and a lot of people buy this car thinking that they're just saving money on a V8 and later on spend thousands of dollars on exhaust system, downpipe and stuff like that to try to make this car sound like a V8. Well, let me break it to you. This car will never sound like a V8. It is not a V8 replacement. It's not a V8 alternative per se. It's a total different car. It's on its own class. And with a few $1,000s, you can make this car faster than a V8. But you will never get the torque of a V8, the sound of a V8, and all the benefits that comes with owning a V8 Mustang. It doesn't mean that this car is a bad car. It is not, but do not buy this car thinking that you're getting closer to a V8 or you're gonna make it into a Mustang GT. Now, this might sound weird, but in reality, it's not. If you belong to any Facebook group or Mustang-related group or a car-related group, you will see that a lot of people tend to bash on 4-cylinder owner or V6 owner, especially Mustang GT owner, tend to look down on EcoBoost and V6 owner. And most of the bully actually don't even own a car, so you shouldn't take it too personally. And also, you should keep in mind that the original Ford Mustang, you can Google Ford Mustang 1. The original Ford Mustang was supposed to come with a 4-cylinder engine, a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. And this is not the first time that Ford has introduced a 4-cylinder. There was the SVO back in the 1980s. So Ford is a pretty big company. They made this 4-cylinder for a reason, and it's definitely filling a market. And if it wasn't important, they would have killed it instead of killing the V6. So do not feel shameful about buying an EcoBoost Mustang. And I mean, I am a living proof that this car can do wonder. Ask if the few Challenger owners, Challenger V8 owners that had the bad luck of crossing my path. So be aware of the bully. You will have tons of them. You will have questions. Why did you buy the EcoBoost Mustang? Why didn't you buy a GT? Why didn't you buy an old GT? A lot of people still think that you only buy an EcoBoost Mustang if you cannot afford a Mustang GT, which is false, because the S550 EcoBoost Mustang, for example, is priced the same as a 2013 or 14 Mustang GT. So if you really wanted a GT, well, you have an option. You can go and buy a V8, but most people buy an EcoBoost Mustang because they really want the EcoBoost Mustang. Let that sink in. Most people buy the EcoBoost Mustang because they really want the EcoBoost Mustang. And also, it's appealing. You get the fuel economy and you get the power when you need it, and you can tune it, you can do a lot of stuff to it. So keep in mind that you will be bullied, you will get a lot of questions why you pick this over the V8, but keep in mind that it's a great car, and you know, just be aware that you will be bullied, but just don't take it personally, because those people, most of them actually can either not afford a car or don't even have a car. They are just fanboys that keep, you know, talking crazy and stuff like that. So be aware of bullying, but again, do not let that affect you. I know this might sound weird to ask, being that the car has a 2.3 four-cylinder engine, you automatically assume that it will be fuel efficient. Well, let me break it to you. The car is an Ecoboost. You can either get the Eco part or the Boost part. You can get both, unfortunately. If you are babying it, driving very normal speed or driving at highway speed, the best I got was 28 miles per gallon with this car cruising on the highway. And the worst I got was 11 miles per gallon. So if you tend to rest your foot a lot on the accelerator, then you will be getting bad mileage. Do not blame the car, do not blame Ford, do not say that, oh, the car is not really fuel efficient. It is when you make it efficient, when you drive properly, when you drive at a constant speed, it will be a fuel saver. But if you rest your foot constantly, and believe me, there's a lot of temptation to do so, then you won't get a very, very good fuel average. So do not buy this car thinking that it's a Prius, and because it's a four-cylinder, you will be getting 30, 40, 45 miles per gallon. You are not. The car is only as efficient as you make it. When it comes to the reliability question, a lot of people seems to have mixed reviews on this car. Well, I'm happy to report that overall the EcoBoost Mustang is very reliable. A lot of people have heard of the EcoBoom, the EcoBoost engine tending to blow up, but it's not a bigger issue. It's a very small percentage of manufactured EcoBoost Mustang that tend to have that problem, and it tend to happen more with 2015 EcoBoost Mustang, and that's the first year that it was introduced. And most of us know that you should always stay away from the first generation, or at least the first year a car has been introduced, because in the first year manufacturers tend to figure a few things out, what can work or what will not work, and then fix it in the next generation. So as a safety concern, I will just ask you to stay away from the 2015 EcoBoost Mustang unless you get it for a very, very good price and you have a pre-purchase inspection done to it. And the other cause of that is poor maintenance, and also people pushing the car beyond its limit. Remember guys, it's just a four-cylinder, it's just a 2.3 four-cylinder. Yes, it makes 310 horsepower stock, but it's still a four-cylinder Mustang. So you need, every time you modify it, you need to make sure you have all the supporting mods to make sure to guarantee the reliability of the car. If you take proper care of it, if you do your oil change on time, if you always use synthetic oil, and if you always use, you don't have to use premium gas. This car can run on 87, but I will recommend you to pay the extra money and use 93 just for safety, just for the peace of mind. It's an EcoBoost Mustang, it's a turbocharged car, it's a performance car. You really need to give it a special treatment for the car to last a long time. Well, to the question if the EcoBoost Mustang is worth it, the short answer is yes, I believe so. I believe that it's worth it. You have to keep a few things in mind though. Do not overpay for it. I think the fair price to pay for an EcoBoost Mustang is anywhere between $14,000 and maybe $22,000 for a very, very nice one. Do not pay over $22,000 for a 2015 to 2017 EcoBoost Mustang. Now, for the 2018 and up, because it's relatively newer, you can pay over $25,000 depending on the mileage, the condition, and your physical inspection of the car. But paying more than $25,000 for a 2015 to 2017 EcoBoost Mustang is overpaying in my opinion. The other thing to keep in mind is this car do not hold its value very well. So if you're buying it, make sure you plan on keeping it for a very long time, because it depreciates a lot. The V8 actually keeps its value better than this car, but other than that, it's a very good car. It's fuel efficient when you want it to be. It's a car that you can drive all year long with snow tires. As you can see, I'm currently driving in the snow. With snow tires, the car responds very well. It has a snow mode, so which limit your throttle input. So overall, it's a better car. It's a good car. It's worth the money, and if you can afford it, you definitely should buy it. One last thing, please stay away from a modified Ecoboost Mustang. Stay away from that. Stay away from a modified Ecoboost Mustang, because this car, like I said in the beginning, it tends to blow up if it's not modded properly, especially if you don't know who used to own the car before. Just stay away. Buy a stock one and build it yourself, or have a professional inspect every single mod that have been done to the car, because it's a very risky car to buy already modified, and chances are you will get something. I mean, if someone modified this car and really sell it, they probably screwed up. I mean, either they can have a money problem and stuff like that, but most of the time they've screwed up and they just want it to blow up in someone else's hand. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you are stopping by for the first time, do not forget to subscribe, and do not forget to check my Instagram, Elvis Auto Vlog. Elvis Auto Vlog. I'll see you later.